Hafiz Saeed's band outfit held a meeting in 2021. Nobody knows about this meeting. We're telling it to you for the first time. A meeting conducted under former Prime Minister Imran Khan's active protection. It was held in the aftermath of the Taliban's ascendancy to power in Afghanistan. The Taliban is a terror group, remember. The meeting was attended by the murderous Haqqani network's key ally and many more. Here's a report that reveals Hafiz Saeed's terror cocktail and how India's most wanted terrorist has flourished under the active support of Imran Khan. Take a look. This is an exclusive report by India Today's Ankit Kumar. A minor boy in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province delivering an intimidating speech quoting the master of terror himself. Hafiz Saeed. But this was no ordinary meet. Organized by Hafiz Saeed's band outfit, the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, in the aftermath of the Taliban's ascent in Afghanistan last year. It's a marriage of the Afghan Taliban with the Jamaat's terror offshoot, lashkar-e-taiba. The guest of honor is the chief cleric of the Darul Uloom, Haqqani.
इंडिया जैसे पाकिस्तान को मीडिया के जरिए बदनाम कर रहा है.
Better known as Pakistan's University of Jihad, a seminary associated with Afghanistan's top Taliban leaders and birthplace of Taliban's most violent faction, the Haqqani network.
अभी जिस शख्सियत को मैं आपके सामने बुला रहा हूं, ये उस जमात से ताल्लुक रखते हैं दुनिया ए कुफर के ऐवानों में जिसको हक्कानिया के नाम से जानी जाती शख्सियत, शेखुल कुरान वल हदीस, मुजाहिदीन के बाप, तालिबान के जद्दे अमजद, अफगानिस्तान की सरजमीन पे गलबा इस्लाम का कलमा पढ़ाने वाली शख्सियत की जमात के नुमाइंदे मौलाना सैयद यूसुफ शाह साहब आपके दरमियान तशरीफ लाते हैं. सैयद यूसुफ शाह साहब हजरत मौलाना समीउल हक शहीद रहमतुल्लाह अलैह की जानशीनी करते हुए और उनका पैगाम तालिबान के लिए, ममलिकत पाकिस्तान की आवाम के लिए और हिंदुस्तान के लिए अपने जज्बात के इजहार के लिए सैयद यूसुफ शाह साहब.
Here is a brief introduction of the key faces who attended this gathering to celebrate the fall of Afghanistan under full protection from the erstwhile Imran Khan government last year. Name Maulana Yusuf Shah, cleric, Darul Uloom Haqqani, also known as University of Jihad. Name Saifullah Khalid, Hafiz Saeed's political right hand and president of Milli Muslim League Pakistan. Name Syed Mujahid Gilani, grandson of Syed Ali Shah Gilani and nephew of Asiya Andrabi. Name Arif Yusuf, leader and former MPA, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. In their presence, a brainwashed minor boy swearing in the name of Hafiz Saeed vows to pick up a Kalashnikov rifle, just like his brothers who tried to infiltrate the borders and kill in Jammu and Kashmir. And a new separatist face is getting ready to claim inheritance over the bloodshed.
जीवे जीवे पाकिस्तान, तेरी जान मेरी जान, पाकिस्तान पाकिस्तान। ये वो नारा है जिसका वारिस आज मैं खड़ा हूँ। सोपोर और दूरों के उस गिलानी खानदान के जिसके सबसे बड़े सैयद अली गिलानी थे, जिनका ये नारा कि हम पाकिस्तानी हैं, ये पाकिस्तान हमारा है। गुज़श्ता 12 साल से मुक़य्यद कश्मीर की वो आहन खातून, कश्मीर की वो बेटी सैयदा आसिया अंद्रावी, उसका वारिस आज मैं यहाँ खड़ा हूँ।
Adding fuel to the fire is a mainstream politician from Imran Khan's political party who goes to the extent of seeking martyrdom for himself and vows open support for Hafiz Saeed's supposedly banned outfit, the Jamaat-ud-Dawa. The social front for the terror outfit lashkar-e-taiba, responsible for the loss of numerous lives, including in the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks.
अल्लाह ताला से खुद शहादत मांगता हूँ आप लोगों के सब के सामने। मैं अल्लाह ताला से शहादत मांगता हूँ, आप सब लोग आमीन कहें जी। और इंशाअल्लाह जहाँ पे भी पाकिस्तान को और आप लोगों को, मैं भाई ने कहा जमात-उद-दावा, लेकिन मैं आप लोगों के साथ हूँ। जमात-उद-दावा जितनी तंजीम है, जहाँ पे भी आपको मेरी ज़रूरत पड़ती है, मेरे माल की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, जिस तरह की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, मैं आप लोगों के साथ हूँ। अल्लाह ताला आप सबको कामयाब करे जी।
Since the fall of Kabul last year, Indian intelligence inputs have been ringing alarm bells, cautioning against possible Kashmir-centered Taliban Lashkar nexus in Pakistan. This India Today visual investigation has established the unholy alliance beyond any manner of doubt. In New Delhi with Ankit Kumar, Bureau Report, India Today. You know, it's a nexus that has been conjectured for a long time, but what India Today's Ankit Kumar has just revealed is that that nexus is real. The people who are part of that nexus are real. They are ministers. And, you know, might I dare even now say that Imran Khan's ministers, many of them, you know, are they anything less than terrorists? Gaurav Sawant and Ankit Kumar are with me on this. Ankit, before I come to you, I quickly want to bring Gaurav in because we've been discussing this story. Gaurav, you heard that young boy, you heard that PTI minister, you heard Syed Ali Shah Gilani's, you know, shameless relative. He's a terrorist. Let me go ahead and call him a terrorist here on India Today. You know, all the things that they've said right now, are we to believe that they are anything less than terrorists, those people who were speaking in this exclusive report?
They are terrorists. There is no denying the fact they are enablers. They are terror enablers, and Pakistan hasn't taken any action against them. Whatever action has been taken against Hafiz Saeed, a UN-designated global terrorist, is actually a sham. He hasn't been actioned on 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, despite the mountain of evidence that India has given Pakistan. This is a sham action that Pakistan is taking only to get out of the Financial Action Task Force grey list shiv. There is no tangible action that's been taken against them. In fact, Ankit's report will show you how the sentences will be carried out concurrently, and the time that he's already spent in prison or under that sham house arrest, that will be counted. So this is just an effort to pull wool over the world's eyes and get out of the FATF grey list. Clearly, Pakistan's intentions are not to take action against Hafiz Saeed, and don't expect anything better even from Shahbaz Sharif's government, because when he was Chief Minister of Pakistan's Punjab province, the state government or the provincial government actually gave money to run Hafiz Saeed's madrasas.
It's incredible. And what does this say, Ankit, about the Imran Khan government? You know, like I keep saying, that this is, you know, this has been the stuff of conjecture for so long. But what your report has done is put specific faces to all these people, and none of the people in this video are small fry. They're all, you know, well-known faces in the Pakistan establishment.
You know, Shiv, when the reports of such meetings between Pakistan-based terror outfits and Afghan Taliban started surfacing 7-8 months back, we had suspected that these meetings would be taking place somewhere under a cave or maybe a secret hall or something. Even in our wildest dreams, we did not imagine, we did not thought that these meetings would have been taking place on open streets of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, a mainstream city of Peshawar. So what the visual evidence suggests is that these meetings were under the blessings of the Imran Khan government. under the blessings of Pakistan Army Chief, ISI of course, and what is yet to be seen is, will the new government be any different?
Yeah.
Because the new civilian government promises to be far more progressive, not as hardliner as Imran Khan. That is going to be a litmus test if the new government will be able to change anything. The past record suggests that it might not, because we have seen what has happened through decades, what has been happening in the previous Nawaz Sharif's government. But if I can talk briefly about the characters that we have just shown in that story.
All these guys.
All these characters, they have some affiliation either directly or indirectly, either with the state or with the army or with some established institution. Some of the characters that we have, not deliberately shown because they are already known to Hafiz Saeed, right? People like Qari Yaqub, who is not only sanctioned by India, he is also in the wanted list of the United States. That person is sitting on the front row. And apart from that, the cleric is now the most known face of the madrasa, the University of Jihad, which has produced more Afghan Taliban leaders than any other madrasa, either in Afghanistan or in Pakistan. That is the worrying sign.
And Gaurav, you touched upon this, but I want to dig a little deeper on that. Any expectations whatsoever that Shahbaz Sharif, the new Prime Minister, will do things differently, or are we just setting ourselves up for disappointment on that front as well?
So there is no expectation, because Shiv, if you look at past history of Pakistani leadership, whether it's the military leadership, when people like Zia-ul-Haq, who actually was seen as the father of terror in Pakistan, of radical Islamic terror in Pakistan, or governments of Benazir Bhutto or Asif Ali Zardari, or governments of General Pervez Musharraf, a military dictator again, or governments of Nawaz Sharif and now Shahbaz Sharif.
Yes.
Will they be any different? Shiv, the assessment is एक नागनाथ है, एक सांपनाथ है. They're actually no different. It's the Pakistan ISI or the deep state that calls their Kashmir policy, India policy and Afghanistan policy, and they continue with terror. There have been equal number of terror attacks on India, whether there was a military establishment or a civilian establishment in Pakistan.
Okay, thanks very much Ankit and Gaurav for getting us the latest on this. And part 2 of Ankit's investigative report tells you, this is a nightmare scenario that's been playing out since 2008 as far as India is concerned. He is the man behind the 26/11 terror attacks. He's been responsible for many other terror attacks, making him India's most wanted terrorist. But Hafiz Saeed's conviction has just been exposed, but we're going to get back to that in just a moment. I hear that Prime Minister Modi is addressing a Sikh delegation. We're just going to listen into that for a moment.